Hi, my name is Virag Patel, and I lead the Adobe Journey Optimizer practice at Munvo. Today, I'll be demonstrating a number of business cases through a live demo that shows how Adobe Journey Optimizer can drive impactful communications through actions taken by a customer on the web. Then, I'll highlight some of the challenges faced with the traditional legacy architecture from a marketer's perspective, and then explain how AJO's modern architecture solves for these challenges. Then I will highlight some of the business impact for adopting AJO and highlight the major benefits of AJO. First, we'll jump into the demo, and what I'll show you is the experience from a customer's perspective. Here's the demo airline website that we've built, which is integrated to AJO. Various actions that are carried out on the site are configured to send data to AJO, and with that information, we can drive marketing communications to customers. I'll present this as if I'm a customer who lands on this airline website, and I'll walk through a couple of microjourneys that a real customer could take on the site. A microjourney is basically a part or subset of the overall customer journey that a customer could take from an end-to-end perspective with a brand. So one journey I could take as a customer is to first search for a flight, which I'm sure most people would do, to see what kind of flights are available. What I'll do is I'll search for flights from Calgary to Paris, select my departure and return dates, hit search. I decide that this flight looks good to me. I'll add it to the cart, and then I'll start filling out my information. I'll proceed to checkout. And then at this point, I might decide that I don't want to book right now because I want to explore other options, and then I hit close. This happens all the time, right? We might get all the way to the online checkout, and then either we change our mind or life happens and we get distracted. So how do we get the customer back? Well, maybe I'm casually checking my emails and then I notice that I just received an abandoned cart email that may drive me back to the site to book a flight. You know what? After seeing that email, that Paris trip is sounding pretty good. It made me think about all the great things I can do in Paris. I'd love to go, so I'm going to go back and book that flight. This brings us into a second micro journey, which is the flight booking journey. In this journey, I will go back to the home page. And as a customer, I decide that I'll create an account because I'd like to view my bookings later. So what I'll do is I'll go to the sign up form, enter my information. Now that I've entered my information, I'll hit the sign up button. And now I have registered for an account. Now that I've created an account, I'm ready to book. So I'll go ahead and search for that trip again to Paris. And then I'll select a flight, add it to my cart, and then complete my order. Now I want to make sure that my flight is booked, so I'll go to my bookings page, and then I'll see that my booking is there. In addition to that, I'll go to my inbox to make sure I got a confirmation email, because if I didn't, I'll probably get a little nervous wondering whether my flight booking went through or not. So there it is, just as I would expect from any other online service. You'll see that this email landed in my inbox the very moment I hit the checkout button, and that's exactly the level of response that I want. I need a solution that can deliver communications consistently and reliably in near real time, and that's exactly what we have just seen with AJO. I can configure many other triggers with AJO that require a near real-time delivery, like a flight check-in, cancellation, or even a flight modification, which we have also built into this integration. What I've covered on the airline website are great examples of transactional communications. We can also build triggers for marketing communications like welcome emails, offers for checked bags, hotel, or other recommendations based on the destination, discounts for future flights, offers for loyalty points, and many more. So throughout those journeys, lots of data is being captured behind the scenes in real time by AJO, like my flight search, the action of me adding the flight to the cart, my personal information was captured from the form, and finally my cart abandonment action. This is how we're able to drive each of those triggered emails to a customer's inbox. This capability can be leveraged across a wide range of business cases across many different industries. Some use cases that we can drive for a financial or banking business is to send emails when someone applies for a specific product, like a bank account or an investment account, send triggered emails when someone pays a bill, send promotional emails about points, and also send account level emails like e-statements. For a telco business, you can trigger communications when someone changes their subscription plan, or send an email with offers or discounts, or general account level emails as well, like support inquiries or password resets. So why use AJO for all of this? Well, let's talk about this from a marketer's perspective. Here's a situation we see very often where the various data sources required to drive marketing communications are all disjointed and out of sync because they all live in their own silos. This creates a huge problem. Every system has a different view of the customer, which means a significant amount of data processing is required to get the data points you need to target customers. This is a big problem for the marketer. Let's say I'm an email marketer and I want to run a marketing campaign to target all customers who have spent $500 in the last 3 weeks. Since I don't have that in my marketing automation platform, I need to contact the POS team to send me the transaction data, which could take hours. This is now delaying my time to market. Another example is if the mobile team needs information from the CDP that is managed by the social media team. The turnaround could be up to a day or more since a lot of data has to be prepared or even moved. Not an ideal situation if I am ready to test my campaign today and deploy something on short notice. These problems will also have a direct impact on the types of communications you need to send and when you can send them. In the case of abandoned cart, if you don't send the message at the right time, you might lose the customer. On the other hand, if you're waiting on data and send the message too late and the customer has already converted, it will create a very bad customer experience. So how does AJO fix that? Well, AJO breaks down all those silos and everything happens under one roof in AJO. All the data is consolidated where it can be accessed and activated from a single system. It is very important to have quick and easy access to the data as soon as you get it that is up to date in order to send timely communications, especially for cases like near real-time triggers, and especially if your marketing programs depend on live data coming from various sources. This allows for a more holistic and seamless approach to engage with customers through event-based triggers rather than the traditional and generic batch communications. So how does this impact your business? First, since AJO is a cloud solution, it doesn't require any installation or implementation. A server is simply provisioned, and then you have access to the tool. In addition to that, unlike many other solutions, AJO comes built in with a wide range of data source connectors to easily integrate with things like CRMs, cloud storage, analytics tools, and traditional databases. Second, the time to get up and running with a simple set of use cases can be relatively fast as long as the necessary considerations are made in terms of the data and proper planning is carried out. Third, majority of the heavy lifting is carried out in AJO, so the client wouldn't be responsible for taking on much of the work involved. The biggest area of involvement would be defining business requirements and defining the data to drive the use cases. Finally, AJO will provide a significant lift in the customer experience by driving one-to-one communications tailored to their specific needs and specific time within the stage in their journey. Finally, here are some of the major benefits of AJO. First, you will save lots of time developing and deploying marketing programs. Since all the data will be flowing into the system and all the necessary objects and work is done up front, all they have to do is build journeys. They don't have to deal with data in terms of where to find it, how to bring it, and how to use it. Most of that can be abstracted out for the marketer so they can focus on what's most important to them, which is to market. Second, the UI is designed in such a way as to speed up the workflow. specifically the navigation, the way that each of the configuration panels pop out, and the journey canvas make the usability of the tool very intuitive and smooth. You'll also get some very powerful features in AGO like the customer view, where all of a customer's data points are available regardless of what the data source is or what table it lives in. You don't need to know where to grab a specific data point, as it's very nicely cataloged and categorized for ease of use. And then there's the offer decisioning capability that allows you to drive the next best action to the customer by not only email, but also web. This means you can use a rule-based approach to decide the best offer for a customer, or you can use AI for a more predictive approach. And then finally, there's an asset management feature, which is a light version of Adobe Experience Manager to manage your email assets that make it very convenient to tailor emails specific to each campaign using the built-in email designer. If you'd like to set up a live demo or have any questions, please feel free to take down my contact information and reach out.